We are Group 11 National Security. Our group consists of Luke Harding, Mike Fisher, Brigid Mangan, Sydney Caiarelli, and Brenden Carnes. Our question is, how is the military honing their use of cyber warfare in order to integrate the military into the 21st century, and what are some of the specific duties that these newly created commands govern? Congress wants the Pentagon to spend more than $200 million to identify holes in the U.S. weapons and communications software that could allow foreign militaries to disrupt or defeat advanced arms and cyber attacks. Even though many tactics are used to prevent military attacks, military defense systems remain susceptible to attacks. The three classes of vulnerabilities that are exploited in cyber attacks are software-based, hardware-based, and insider threats. The majority of military defense systems deploy widely used software and devices, such as operating systems, open-source software, routers, etc. These are prone to various classes of vulnerabilities, such as hard-coded passwords and backdoors in firmware. In 2009, the United States Cyber Command was established to centralize command of our military's various cyberspace operations. Its task is to ensure the security, integrity, privacy, and governance of government and military IT assets and infrastructures through analyzing, building, and implementing strict government-wide information security policies, along with monitoring and maintenance. Cybercom's main responsibilities are the planning, coordinating, synchronization, and conducting of computing network operations. Additionally, Cybercom is capable of performing a full-scale cyberspace operation against incoming cyber attacks.
The United States Army integration of cyber tactics is one of the fastest growing commands in the Department of Defense. With the realization of future operations transcending any battlefield that the United States Army has ever faced, the DoD has authorized 40 new cyber mission force teams by fiscal year 2016. This shows a 10% increase in the budget and brings it up to $14 billion. This includes many new MOSs, which are jobs within the Army, for cybersecurity experts. And although the private sector draws many experts away, the Army still attracts plenty of qualified talent within its ranks. Of the new types of MOSs that the United States Army offers, there are four main jobs. The 25 Delta Cyber Network Defender, which is an enlisted position. The 17 Alpha Cyber Operations Officer, which is an officer position. The 17 Charlie Cyber Operations Specialist, which is an enlisted position. And the 35 Quebec Cryptologic Network Warfare Specialist, which is also an enlisted position. There are many uses to being in the U.S. Army Cyber Command. It is one of the fastest growing MOSs in the Army, and the job placement rate for these soldiers is the highest the Army has ever seen. There are also numerous educational benefits as well as full-time scholarships for people going into IST positions in the Army. There are also high-level security clearances that soldiers can get that will benefit them in the private sector. The U.S. military is entering a new battlefield, and the danger of disruptive and even destructive cyber attack is growing, according to our national security advisors. Now is the time to enter this command.
Cyber warfare in the Navy started 12 years ago with limited capabilities. Since then, it has grown with the establishment of the Naval 10th Fleet in 2010, a fleet dedicated to military cyberspace operations. Their mission is to serve as the numbered fleet for Fleet Cyber Command and exercise operational control of assigned naval forces, to coordinate with other naval, coalition, and joint task forces to execute the full spectrum of cyber, electronic warfare, information operations, and signal intelligence capabilities and missions across the cyber, electromagnetic, and space domains. The 10th Fleet has established its strategic plan for 5 years from 2015 to 2020. There are 5 major strategic goals. These goals are to operate the network as a warfighting platform, to conduct tailored signals intelligence, to deliver warfighting effects through cyberspace, to create shared cyber situation awareness, and to establish and mature Navy cyber mission forces. These goals will work together to help improve the Navy's awareness and effectiveness of cyber warfare missions. Similar to the Army's MOSs, the Navy has designations. Most of the jobs reside under the Information Dominance Corps communities. These personnel can reside both onshore and offshore to do their duties on ships, submarines, aircraft, as well as for agencies such as the NSA and CIA.
For obvious reasons and reasons I will discuss, the Air Force has been the military's leader in cyber defense. After a series of, quote, Pearl Harbor cyber attacks in 2007 and 2008, the DoD decided more money and effort needed to be focused on cyber warfare, and AF Cyber Command would be the largest and most advanced, consisting of 17,000 airmen, civilian contractors, and reservists, with a budget of $1.4 billion per year. So much was invested in the Air Force's cybersecurity because the Air Force is and always has been the most technologically advanced branch of the military, with the most to lose from a cyber attack. For example, today almost all aircraft and satellites the Air Force uses are heavily reliant on computer GIS software to navigate properly and avoid fratricide. Planes like the B-2 and F-22 Raptor can't even stay level in flight without an onboard computer, and even the missiles we create just to blow up are often computer guided. With so much reliant on computer technology, the Air Force has been creating many new and exciting military occupation specialties for enlisted airmen along with officers. These are some of the most competitive fields in the Air Force, and officers fresh out of college can make six figures in these MOSs and even work in the Pentagon.
Throughout this video, we discussed the military's increasing participation in cyber warfare, as well as new cyber warfare strategies. For example, we now know that the Pentagon is developing lethal code. Before, cyber warfare has focused mainly around preventing hackers from gaining unauthorized access to systems. Now there is potential for cyber warfare to destroy entire computer-reliant nations. This includes being able to eliminate critical infrastructure of these nations while causing civilian deaths. Stuxnet was an example of this. This computer worm prevented Iranian nuclear weapons production by altering the operation status and condition of the equipment. This also caused the loss of their uranium supply. With these new technologies, the United States military now has the opportunity to use logic bombs or virus bombs. This means that attacks can be executed from behind a computer screen instead of using ground troops. If we look at the future of military cyber warfare employment, there continues to be an endless need for more qualified personnel. More and more civilian resources, such as power grids, water facilities, and even financial networks, are becoming susceptible to cyber attacks. This means an increase in the need for people who have the skills to protect these areas.